think... No, that was targeted. Alright, hey guys, before I start, I just wanted to say sorry for this being on Twitch. Normally, I would just upload to YouTube, but I just have trouble recording for some reason. Like, my league lags and everything, and yet it does it when I stream, so streaming was just the best way to do this. But anywho, moving on. So, I wanted to talk about some of the weirdness of the new Q cancel that we have on PB, as well as some other bugs and weird issues with Rengar that are currently on PBE. Some introduced with the changes, and then some I'm not sure if they're currently on live Rengar or not. So I'm going to start with the most important topic, and it's a very hot topic on Rengar mains currently. Rengar's Q cancel. So obviously now we can do this, right? So there's a problem that I found with this. And that is Rengar. So whenever you laugh, it actually de-aggroes Rengar from the target. So this means that every time Rengar's Q is cancelled, it de-aggroes him from the target. Before, this was not how it worked. Because I know for sure, because on old Rengar, if you queued, then walked up to someone and right-clicked them, you would just have to spam laugh over and over, and he would do the spam automatically. But now, whenever it's cancelled, he automatically de-aggroes from the target. That is an interaction that wasn't there previously. And so I'm actually going to go ahead and address a comment that Riot August made earlier saying, you know, Q is essentially an auto attack, and he's trying to make sure that the Q functions pretty much exactly like how an auto attack does. It's important to note, Q did work differently than an auto attack on old Rengar. Not necessarily what he was saying about the vision thing was wrong, even though I actually think he might be wrong. That was how old Q worked. I'm not sure. I'm going to get to that later. So, but what I did want to address was that Q is an auto attack. Because obviously, on all champions, you can cancel your auto attack with like a laugh or something, and, you know, you de-aggro. That's just how it works. That's not how it worked for old Rengar's Q. You would continue to aggro into the target. So that's already a difference between Rengar's old Q and an auto attack. So it did not function exactly like an auto attack. I just wanted to make that as an important side note here. So yeah, that's a big part about new Rengar's Q. If it's cancelled, it de-aggros from the target. So let's see now. I think one of the problems that is happening, or a lot of the grievances people have with Rengar's Q being cancelable, is due to the fact that obviously they keep accidentally canceling it a lot, right? Like this. And I think the simple solution here would be to make the damage come out sooner. Either that, or speed up at least the beginning of the animation, because it definitely does not feel exactly like how it should. And right there is another bug that I actually wanted to demonstrate. And I'm not sure if this also has to deal with the de-aggroing or weirdness or not. So something that I saw and learned about here is that, while you're messing around with Rengar's Q and whatnot, is that you can get Rengar's auto and his Q to both play their full animations and sound effects without the damage of either actually going through. And I'm curious if, you know, and here, let me just show you his, as we can see here. So I'm going to auto, and then I'm going to cancel my auto with the stop command. As you saw there, he took no damage, and yet the auto hit sound, the visual effects, and the auto attack animation fully played out, even though I canceled the auto animation. This can also happen with Rengar's Q. So, and it's a lot harder to do because obviously the Q's faster, so forgive me if I don't get this on my first try. like right there. You heard the hit sound play, and the full animation played because you saw Rengar kind of pull back after he stabbed them, and yet no damage was applied. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know if maybe it's because the damage is coded to play too late and it should actually come out early. That's why I'm kind of saying maybe the damage should be coming out earlier, and that would also, I think, help a lot with people who are frustrated because they keep canceling their Qs on accident, because maybe if that damage applies sooner, it just helps that out. So that's that. So let's see. Moving on to my next topic I wanted to talk about. So there seems to be some weirdness with the new lockout on Ferocity. So, well, I say the new lockout, the new supposedly Ferocity delay removal. So, obviously, this is how it would ideally work, right? Q? Oh boy, you know, now we can press W. But this interaction is really flawed, it feels like, because notice this. I pressed Q and W at the same timing as like this. And yet, my W didn't come out after I just used my Q. And I'm not sure why that is. So that's weird. And it also applies for like things like W as well. I'm going to empower W, then instantly Q. He did not Q. So there still seems to be some kind of weirdness there. And I'm not sure what's causing it. The only thing I can think of is maybe it still thinks for a split instant after you used an ability that he still has like ferocity or something, but then there's like some kind of small... I'm really not sure. Alright? But it's definitely weird. The interaction doesn't feel fully, you know, like it was supposed to be completely removed if you use a different ability, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. And another thing. So we had it changed to where you can buffer your abilities in Bola. So now the combos, of course, change to Q before leap, W Tiamat. Because if you Tiamat, then the W doesn't come, or, you know, the Tiamat doesn't come out because W is Q'd, but Tiamat still isn't. So the combo, of course, is now QEW Tiamat. However, it doesn't seem like he coded the empowered Bola to also buffer abilities. And I can show this. So I'm going to jump on him, Bola, then I'm going to press Q and W. Neither my Q or W played. So that tells me that he only applied the buffer to the normal E and not the empowered E. Because obviously I didn't press Q or W here. Neither of those went off after the empowered Bola. Which kind of makes like doing empowered Bola, then it makes the combo after that kind of slow. And I believe that actually might be it. Yet again, there's just a lot of weird stuff that I've seen here. So going back to the Q cancel, yet again, I think an easy fix to make this feel a lot better is to either speed up the animation or increase like the rate, like the speed of which Rengar's, or either speed up the animation or to increase like the time the damage comes out to be a tiny bit quicker, or you know, maybe both or something. And there, of course, there's also the weirdness with autoing and then canceling your auto and the animation and everything still going through, but your auto not doing damage because you canceled it. Let me see if I can get it. It's hard. Like right there. And of course, you can do that with Q as well. It's just a lot harder. Come on, work with me. Please. Like right there, you know, the full, the animation, the sound, everything played, and obviously no damage went through. But yeah, so there's several different things, weird things here. I just wanted to video because I haven't heard people talk about them. So yeah, I hope maybe this sheds some kind of light. Maybe, you know, some fixes to certain things that I mentioned. Maybe that'll help fix some of the problems I have, because I do not think that removing the cancel from the queue is the way to go. And something before I actually get off, I may think the old Rengar Q actually did damage people if they flashed out of vision. And I did hear Brino3, I think his name's Brino1337, he did say that he was sure that Rengar's Q actually did do damage even if they went out of vision. So if someone can have like a video of proof that old Rengar could do that, that I think would be really important to show to August, to show the old Q interaction of that, if that is actually how it worked. Because I'm honestly not sure. Like, I know Rengar's Q did damage if they like flashed away or something, but I don't know if they did it, if they flashed out of vision. I'm not sure on that one. So if someone can find a video of that, you know, that would be amazing. So I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Really try to think about some of the problems with the Q animation cancel instead of just wanting to remove it right away, because I think it's a step in the right direction. It just needs tweaks. And once it gets those tweaks, I think it'll be amazing. But yeah, that's about it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day.